today's review, we will be going over the Daywalker, known as Blade, from the Marvel Legends Marvel Knights wave. Marvel Blade is what they call it here. Marvel's Blade, actually. I'm going to turn on the turntable so you guys can take a look at the awesome packaging. We got the really cool art right here on the side. The rest of the wave from the Marvel Knights wave. The Build-A-Figure, and then the really cool back art. More of that cool side art. And then the description, of course, of the character on the back. Let you guys take a look at this before I open it up real fast. And here we have Blade out of the package. And real fast, before we go over him, I'm just going to show off the Build-A-Figure pieces that came with him. He comes with the head of the Build-A-Figure and then a energy effect, which is really cool. And it goes like, I believe it goes in somewhat like so. I'm trying to figure it out. Maybe it's like this. Well, we're not worried about that right now. Right now we're here for the figure. The Blade figure. And as you can see, he comes with quite a few accessories for hunting vampires and other monsters. And he also comes with two fist hands. They're pretty much the same, and they're both on the forward rocker. Could you imagine if this is the only movement I could do? I couldn't like move my arm like this. It'd be hard to like get into parts and stuff like that of cars if you're trying to wrench. You couldn't do that. You could just only do that. That's funny. But it's very hard to make a figure that can do this, unless you're McFarlane. But he's working on a larger scale than 6-inch. But yeah, no, that's not a bash on Hasbro for not doing anything different. It's the system, it works. And then these are the same way, which is kind of a bummer that the open hand ones that can hold stuff, I guess the gripping hand ones don't go side by side. At least one of them, that'd be nice. But let's go over articulation, and then we'll go over accessories. The coat, I'm just going to say right now, is going to probably hinder some articulation for the upper body. But overall, awesome head sculpt. The head can go, I believe, with the coat on. It can go about that far up, which is pretty impressive. And, of course, this far down, so you can be shouting at a vampire on the floor. Then, of course, the movement from the rocking, like this. The arms can only really go about that high, and it can go about that low. He's never going to be able to get his arms down to his hip. They are pinned arms, but they are double jointed, but it really is hard to get a lot of use out of the double jointed due to the coat effect of the arms. There's the bicep, upper bicep swivel. I hope I'm saying the right part of the body when I say that. And then, of course, the hand movement. Then he's got ab crunch that can go that far that way, and pretty much only that far back due to the coat. I'm gonna have to try to look into possibly getting a soft goods jacket, or maybe I'll take the jacket off and get new arms from like a G.I. Joe classified figure or something, or a different Marvel character. Then he's got the waist swivel right there. Legs can go about that far up, not very far up, about that far forward to kick vampires, which is good, so that's good. And of course, once again, you can go about that far with the jacket. The hip swivels right here, right above the pocket, which works out. The legs, I believe, are pinless, double jointed legs. That's awesome. And then there's an upper boot swivel, and then the foot rocker that goes like this, that the pin is in there, and then the foot can go about that far, which is incredible, and that far, which is incredible. Really good boots. But yeah, overall amazing articulation. Let's go over the accessories, then I'll get him in a cool pose and talk more about him and what I think. Oh, also on the back of the coat is the sheath to the sword. And here we have the red on the, is it a pommel or handle of a katana? I think that's what it's supposed to be, a katana. And then there's the blade. So Really cool. Then we have 2 wooden stakes carved for vampire killing. So the usual vampire killing stakes, but you know, toy wise they're not too sharp because they don't want people to get hurt. Then we of course have the 2 hands I went over that are the fist, and the fists are on him to begin with, but I switched to the open hands because I want to get him some cool poses with the accessories. And we got red on each of the boomerang blades, and then of course silver, like metal steel kind of coloring, which is really cool. So yeah, let me get him in a cool action pose and we'll talk more about him. And now we have Blade in an awesome action pose, getting ready to throw one of his blade boomerangs and getting ready to stab a vampire with a wooden stake. And this figure is actually really good. Does not need as much articulation as you would think it needs, so the coat being kind of in the way doesn't really affect it too much. I like this figure a lot. It could be also the fact that we haven't had a Blade figure in this design in a long time. The last time we had a Blade figure was in the Man-Thing Build-A-Figure wave with all the Netflix characters, and that was back when Toys R Us was open, because I remember seeing that wave at Toys R Us and going, I can't really get it right now, but I really want that Blade, and I regret not getting it because my Midnight Suns hadn't had a Blade for a long time, and I really wanted one to go with Moon Knight and the rest of the crew, like Punisher and Ghost Rider and Doctor Strange and all of them, because I'm a big fan of that kind of street level monster hunting group of people, like Moon Knight, like Blade. So it's nice to finally get this character in a very awesome figure with the kind of flat top haircut style instead of the bald. I do know that a lot of people have been taking the coat off, but then it leaves kind of like the sleeve, so it looks like an undercoat. I am going to see in the future if I can use a roadblock his arms to kind of, 1, give it pinless joints, because I think that one has it, and 2, give him like sleeveless shirts so I can take off the jacket if I want to. But honestly, just this way, I don't mind putting up on the shelf. Do I think he belongs in your collection? If you are a Blade fan, he did start the, MCU in a way. He started the Marvel movie universe because those movies really took off. I loved the Blade movies as a kid. I know it was probably something I shouldn't have watched as a kid, but I loved it. Right up there with Spawn. So do I think this belongs in your collection? That's the real thing we're here at right now is if you are a Midnight Suns fan, if you are a Blade fan, if you are a Marvel Legends fan, if you like Vampire Hunter characters, yes, definitely. I give this a 5 out of 5. I think this figure is perfect for the price of $24.99. I got it at Big Bad Toys, which I'll put the link down below, and anywhere else that it's available I will try to, but just overall incredible figure. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you for stopping by. And that about wraps it up. Thanks for stopping by. If you have any comments, leave them in the comment section. If you're feeling generous, share it. And thank you so much for watching. Till next time, bye.